I'm the Ugly Woodworker, and as you can see, the title has nothing to do with my appearance, but more on that later. This is my workshop. Well, a shed really, an 8x12 shed that I share with all the usual household stuff that needs storing. So my woodworking space is about 1/4 of this. Before we get to the reason for the title, a little about myself. My dad was a great DIYer, and from a very young age I watched and then helped my dad and brothers with the home DIY projects, not just around the house. On one project we reconditioned the engine on Dad's Ford 8, with the engine stripped down on a bench in our shed. I remember getting the job of reseating valves with a suction cup on a stick using grinding compound. But that's getting away from woodwork. From the age of 11 to 15 we had both woodwork and metalwork lessons at school, so I learned about joints and planing and gluing, etc. From the age of 15 to now, I'm 68, I did very little DIY and no woodwork, so I'm restarting from memory with very few tools. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, hence the Ugly Woodworker. It won't be pretty. Next time we'll take a shop, well, a shed tour. Okay, here we go. The shed tour. That sounds very rock and roll. First of all, my bench. A cheap bench about 10 years old, which I have improved by attaching it to the wall to stop its serious wobble. This also stops sawdust disappearing behind the bench. I put shims under one of the legs to level the bench. Not a pretty bench, but a sturdy and level bench. I've made some adaptations. For example, I've shortened and thickened the front skirt so that I can use clamps to hold material as I do not have a vise, and a light extension between the bench and the window. Not sturdy enough to work on, but great for my laptop, either to follow instructions or for audio if I want to listen to music or follow cricket on Sky Sports. As you can see, my sound system is as inexpensive as the rest of my equipment. My dust extraction system is of the similar quality. Now let's take a look at my tools. Router, jigsaw, sander, power hand planer, hot glue gun, stapler, compound miter saw. I wish I wore a sliding saw at the time. I also have a circular saw. This is my extensive tool kit, and the longer tools sit on a shelf above the bench. Scrap wood pieces used for some of my projects sit in this area. Longer pieces at roof level, and very small pieces in these boxes under my shelves. This is my handy pencil holder, so no scratching around to find one. And here you can see my saws hanging in a handy spot just behind the bench. Now this is a recent adaptation. This router bit holder sat on the bench, but now it's out of the way, but still very handy. My clamps hang from a part of the shed structure. I just added a strip of wood from an old shelf unit to create a lip. This reduces the chances of a clamp falling down. This is my very simple quick door release, enabling a visitor to just press the door to open. Here you can see my camera mount. I can't show it with the camera fixed as I have only one camera, but the nut is a 1/4 inch diameter with 20 threads per inch. I know in some parts of Europe it's difficult to get non-metric sizes. I have included details of where I purchased mine in the credits and in the contents below. I can use this mount anywhere in the shed to get the best angle. Also below I'll give you details of what I used to create this video. Well, that's it for the shed tour. As you have seen, a very small space, very few and very basic tools. I will do my best to entertain you with my exploits. Next time I will show you what I have made to enhance my workspace and my tools. Thank you. Please subscribe.